Do you know what happened when the pandemic transpired? COVID-19 had a huge impact on us. There have been many changes. Individuals have lost their income, the majority of people have lost their jobs, and the financial system has been affected. These are the issues we experienced throughout the pandemic. As financial management students, do you know how to have a solid financial position? Let's captivate, plan, and be mindful. The Junior Finance Executives Association introduces Financial Literacy Enrichment Series 1 with the theme Strengthening Financial Awareness in Post-COVID Times, with our guest speaker Mr. Andreleo I. Beltran on November 18, 2022 from 1 to 3 in the afternoon via YouTube Live. See you, Financialistas! We're excited to see you and participate in our financial literacy enrichment.
A pleasant afternoon to our dear professors, NEU staffs, and students. Welcome to Financial Literacy Enrichment Series 1, 2022. We would like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Windlin Liwanag. Thank you for joining us today po. Before we start, please be guided by the house rules. Make sure that you are in a conducive area during the webinar. Turn off or silence unnecessary gadgets to avoid interference of other sounds. Listen attentively and stay until the end of the event and have a good day. Please don't forget to fill out the attendance form to receive your electronic certificate.
To formally start this program, may we call on Brother Benedict Ibanez to lead us in the opening prayer. Everyone, please rise.
Audio check po, naririnig?
Yes po.
Sige po, mananalangin po tayo. Panginoon po na aming Diyos, tanggapin mo po ang aming taus-pusong pagpupuri at pagpapasalamat. Ibiniyaya po ang ganitong magandang pagkakataon. Salamat, ginamit mo pong kasangkapan ang pamamahala. Sa pamamagitan po ng pangasiwaan ng pamantasan, ay naisakituparan po ang ganitong gawain ng mga mag-aaral para maragdagan ng kaalaman ang mga naririto. Ipinakikisuyo po namin, Ama, ibakod mo po ang kapayapaan, pagpalain ng mga kabataan. Gayon din po ang lingkod mong gagamiting kasangkapan na tagapagsalita. Maibahagi po ang mga karunungan at kaalaman na gagamitin ng mga mag-aaral sa kanilang kinabukasan. Sumasampalataya po kami, Ama, magkakalayuman po kami ng dako, pero sa pamamagitan ng makabagong teknolohiya, pakikinabangan ng mga kabataan ang ihahayag sa pagkakataong ito. Ilayo sa anumang kapinsalaan ang mga kasangkapang gagamitin upang matutuhan at marinig ng mga mag-aaral ang nakahandang talakayin sa hapong ito. Panginoong Hesukristo, patuloy pong ipamagitan sa Ama ang aming panalangin. Matamo po namin ang aming mga kahilingan. Ama, salamat po sapagkat mayroong pamamahala na gumagabay sa amin. Patuloy pong iingatan, pagpapalain ng tagapamahalang pangkalahatan, alang-alang po sa kaluwalhatian ng iyong banal na pangalan. Kapiling ka po namin sa buong panahon ng gawain namin sa hapong ito, sa pangalan po ng Panginoong Hesus na aming tagapagligtas. Amen.
Recording in progress.
Thank you, Brother Benedict Ibanez. Please remain standing as we sing our Philippine National Anthem, to be followed by the NEU hymn.
Sisikip sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit kong baba, may nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang isang ng watawat sun crystal clear. Our faith beneath thy wings will forever be. All hail, Tangera, forever dear to me. Like the rising sun within thy seal, will shine like the world with brilliant seal. The Lord's command will obey with zeal. We disgrace to Him all the victories. Hail to Thee, the love and alma mater. With pride, not old and live forever. With honor, we'll march beneath Thy banner. Thy golden flame will always remember. We pledge to Thee eternal loyalty. We will win for Thee for fame and glory. With fervent prayer to the Almighty, we'll be united till eternity. Glory to God, our Lord Almighty, and selfless service to humanity.
Please be seated in the comfort of your home. We would like to acknowledge the presence of our overseeing minister, Brother Jun Centenio, and Professor Wesley Kabotahe, who's watching right now. And again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's event titled Financial Literacy Enrichment with the theme Strengthening Financial Awareness in Post-COVID Times. But first, let me introduce myself to all of you. I am Mikar Kayla Ponce, a third-year financial management student and the Internal Affairs and Academics of the Junior Finance Executives Association, and I will be your host for today. And of course, I will not allow myself to be alone. So together with me is...
Good day, everyone. I am Angel Joan Flores, a fourth-year financial management student and the Deputy Secretary of the Junior Finance Executives Association, and I will be your co-host for today.
Now, the long wait is over. Let's make this event memorable and educational for all of us. To formally begin the program, we would like to welcome Dr. Emilia Emma Nanghaya, the Dean of the College of Business Administration, to deliver her opening remarks. Please give her a big round of applause.
Good day to everyone. Welcome to the JFINEX Financial Literacy Enrichment Series of 2022 with the theme of Strengthening Financial Awareness in Post-COVID Times. The occurrence and impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the financial health of many Filipinos have been compromised. Even as we ease our way out of the pandemic era, certain difficulties remain, one of which is the lingering effects of prolonged financial struggle due to the loss of jobs and livelihood to many people, and in turn causes stress and upheaval on mental health. This webinar will help us understand personal finance management and to be catalyst in building a more financially secure nation. This will prepare us to gain a strong perspective on managing money to stay financially sound in the post-pandemic era. People who struggled before and those who are struggling anew may find solutions to improve better money and wealth management. Indeed, we are so lucky to have our esteemed speakers from the industry who will discuss with us the topic of strengthening financial awareness in post-COVID times. We truly appreciate our highly esteemed guest, Mr. Andrew Leo Beltran, the Assistant Vice President and Head of the Business Development and Market Education Department of First Metro Securities Brokerage Corporation of the Metrobank Group. He is a licensed stockbroker, licensed mutual fund sales professional, BSP certified UITF sales professional, and administrator of Let's Invest My profound appreciation for the initiative of the JFINEXA officers spearheaded by its student president, Ms. Demi Menjola, the JFINEXA advisor and program coordinator, Dr. Windon Diwanag de la Paz, for this work emulating activities that aim to fully equip our future finance professionals and, of course, our students in the College of the CBA. To our beloved ministers, CBA College Secretary, Brother June Centeno, who constantly help us in implementing these relevant CBA activities, faculty members, and students, for your untiring efforts in making this event a success. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this Financial Literacy Enrichment Series of 2022 with the theme of strengthening financial awareness in post-COVID times. Let us always quest for lifelong learning by listening to our speaker so we can save, invest, and grow our money to be financially secure to attain financial freedom in the future. Happy saving and investing. God bless us all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dean Mananghaya, for bringing an inspiring message this afternoon. To make our event more exciting, we prepared entertainment for all of you. Here is the song Happy Victory from the INC Original Music, composed by Sister Billie Jean Marquez, and will be performed by our very own Junior Finance Executives Association Public Relations Director, Ms. Sandra Alexis Lozano. Everyone, please give her a round of a virtual applause.
Ooh, yeah. The words of God came true when from a distant land He chose a messenger to bring all people to the true church, yeah. Though trials came along the way, He kept His trust in God that this work would be victorious. Let's celebrate and praise our God above, for He blesses and loves the Church of Christ. Let's all be happy in our victory, the victory of the Church of Christ. It stood the test of time. Now the church has reached glorious heights. From one man to millions, all throughout the world. Though trials came along the way, He kept His trust in God that this work would be victorious. Let's celebrate and praise our God above, for He blesses and loves the Church of Christ. Let's all be happy in our victory, the victory of the Church of Christ. And for all who remain will receive the promised crown of life. Oh, oh, oh. Let's celebrate and praise our God above, for He blesses and loves the Church of Christ. Let's all be happy in our victory, the victory of the Church of Christ. For He blesses and loves the Church of Christ. Let's all be happy in our victory, the victory of the Church of Christ, of the Church of Christ. of the Church of Christ, of the Church of Christ, of the Church of Christ.
Indeed, a fantastic performance from Miss Sandra. We hope you've been entertained and amazed by her wonderful voice. And now we would like to acknowledge our ever-supportive Dean of the College of Business Administration, Dr. Emilia M. Mananghaya. Thank you for lending your time to be here with us today po. And again, to our dear attendees, please don't forget to fill out the attendance form to receive your electronic certificate. And now, let's officially begin the main event by introducing our guest speaker. He is the Assistant Vice President Head of the Business Development and Market Education Department at Metrobank Group, a licensed stockbroker and mutual fund and dollar-denominated securities salesperson, also the Philippines' best retail analyst and commentor, and administrator in Let's Invest PH. Please welcome Mr. Andro Leo Beltran. Please give him a big round of applause.
There you go. Thank you, Mikor. Thank you, Angel, for your superb hosting skills. No, let me just share my screen, and while I'm doing so, please do help me confirm if you guys are seeing my presentation screen. All good from your end?
Okay na po.
Perfect. So again, magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. I'm very excited for the next 45-50 minutes of us sharing this stream together. When I was chatting with Pia over Facebook about this session, no, parang sabi ko, I think it's best that we try to make the title a little bit more attractive and relatable to you guys, to the students, to the attendees. So I thought of entitling this one as Trending DIY. DIY being digital investments for the youth, but it can also be defined as do it yourself, because everything that you're going to learn from me over the next 45 minutes or so, these are things that you can actually do yourself, no? So it's Trending DIY, digital investments for the youth. Again, my name is Andoy Beltran, and sabi nga ni Mikor kanina, I'm yung intro na yun, what I just like to let you know is I'm pretty much certified and licensed to talk about anything and everything investments here in the Philippines. So I have licenses from the Securities Exchange Commission, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the Philippine Stock Exchange, Trust Association of the Philippines, and Bloomberg. No? I also happen to be the head of both the Business Development and Market Education departments of First Metro Securities Brokerage Corporation. We are the stock brokerage arm of Metrobank. Ano ba yung stock brokerage firm? We basically allow individuals, corporates, entities, even students like you, to invest in the stock market here in the Philippines. But that was the old First Metro Sec. Nung unang panahon, we are just your plain vanilla stock brokerage firm. But right now, as we speak right now, we happen to be an investment supermarket. So lahat ng pwede nyong pag-investan sa Pilipinas, pwede nyong gawin yan through First Metro Sec. So I joined First Metro Sec. I've been in the industry for more than 15, 16 years now. But I joined First Metro Sec 2016, and because of the enhancements that we did, no, sabi nga ni Ma'am Mananghaya kanina dun sa intro niya, we all had to adjust. Kahit na whether we like it or not, we all had to adjust because of the pandemic. So what we did even before the pandemic, we started adjusting the way we design our products and services. Ako mismo, I started adjusting the way I do things in order for me to be able to reach out to more people. So after joining 2016, surprisingly, 2017, 2018, 2020, 2021, at hindi pa man natatapos yung 2022, we started both both First Metro Sec and ako individually, we started receiving ayun, sorry. Thank you, Pia. Let me open my Zoom camera. According to Pia, hindi daw nakikita on YouTube. So hold on. Thank you, Pia. There you go. Let me try Zoom then. There. Hopefully you guys are now seeing me on Zoom. Hopefully. Let me share once more. There. How about now? All good, Pia?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Hold on. So there, where was I? Ayun, dito na tayo. So, yun, as I was saying, even habang hindi pa naman natatapos yung 2022, we are now, we've now been awarded, I think, more than four local and international awards because of the strength of our products and services, and of course, market education efforts like this. No? Now, again, in relation to COVID-19, in relation to Ma'am Mananghaya's intro kanina, talking about adjustments, no? Ako, my typical day pre-COVID, my typical day involves jumping from campus to campus, office to office, island to island, and sometimes even country to country. A lot of times, even country to country, I get imported a lot by our friends from DTI, Department of Foreign Affairs, Bangko Sentral, even the Bureau of the Treasury to go outside the Philippines para kausapin at turuan yung mga kababayan natin sa labas ng bansa. So yun yung typical na trabaho ko, and I love it. I love my job. But again, because of the pandemic, we had to adjust. New Era had to adjust. The schools had to adjust. First Metro Sec had to adjust. The Philippine national government had to adjust. So ganun din ako. So what I did was I took advantage of opportunities, one webinar at a time, one TV or radio interview at a time, one vlog guesting at a time, one Facebook, or in our case, one YouTube live session at a time. And that's also the reason why I started Let's Invest PH, no, on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. For me to be able to reach out to more people, to more students, to more Filipinos outside the country. Ang ginagawan ko dito ng content, yung mga bagay na gusto nyong matutunan. So I get in touch with you, you tell me, you comment, you provide me with an idea, and then yun yung ginagawan ko ng content. So that's Let's Invest PH for you. Now, why do we need to talk about these things seriously? Ano ba yung mga dapat nating gawin? No? Ano ba yung mga problema na dapat nating solusyonan? So what I did, para hindi nyo na ma-experience to, para hindi nyo na i-research on your own, I actually looked it up. Tiningnan ko kung ano ba yung mga pinaka-malalaki at pinaka-malalalang problema ng mga Pilipino when it comes to finances. Again, mas malaki yung pressure sa atin dito because we are finance graduates. I'm an economics graduate. You guys are going to be finance graduates soon enough, no? So mas malaki yung expectation sa atin ng mga teachers natin, ng mga professors natin, ng mga magulang natin pagdating sa mundo ng kaperahan. Kasi iniisip nila, pinag-aralan natin yan eh. Pinag-aralan nyo yan. So you need to be good. You need to be better than the rest, diba? So the thing here is, as a country, as a Filipino nation, no, we're struggling when it comes to financial literacy. According to Standard & Poor's, 3 out of 4 Filipinos are financially illiterate. Hindi ibig sabihin nun, hindi tayo marunong mag-math. Ang ibig sabihin nun, hindi tayo marunong mag-umpisa. Hindi natin alam kung paano magpalago ng pera, hindi natin alam kung paano hawakan ang pera. Marunong lang tayong gumastos. Marunong lang tayong ma-excite dahil 11-11, dahil 12-12 na. Pero pagdating sa pagpapalago ng pera, dun tayo hindi masyadong magaling. According to the Asian Development Bank, 80% of Filipinos don't actually know how to manage money. Marunong lang tayo, lalo na kayo, pag nagtrabaho na kayo, madalas dyan, magtatrabaho lang kayo para magkaroon ng sweldo. Yun ang numero unong nagiging cycle, no, pagdating sa mga nagtatrabaho. 80% of Filipinos trabaho lang ng trabaho pero hindi marunong mag-manage ng pera because we don't know how to budget. We don't have a budget. Next would be, according to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, 90% of Filipinos aren't even saving and 97% of Filipinos aren't even investing. Bakit hindi nag-i-invest? Bakit hindi nagsisave? Well, because we are financially illiterate and because we don't know how to manage money. Now, anong sense nito ng lahat sa inyo? Again, you guys, yung mga hosts nga natin, 'di ba? 3rd and 4th year students pa lang. Pero dapat advanced tayo mag-isip eh. Dapat we are always one step ahead for us to be able to, be better, for us to be able to take advantage of certain opportunities. And I'm telling you that because kahit na hindi pa naman kayo nagtatrabaho, darating at darating din ang panahon na magre-retire tayong lahat because we can't work forever. So, my point here is, according to the Social Security System, according to SSS, 97% of Filipinos end up retiring poor. Kahit na gaano ka kabibo bilang estudyante, kahit na Latin honor ka nung graduate, kahit na consistent dean's lister ka, kahit na parati kang employee of the month pag nagtrabaho ka na, doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, we all have that 97% chance of retiring poor. Again, why? Because we are financially illiterate, because we don't know how to budget, because we don't save, and because we don't invest. Again, in the words of Ma'am Mananghaya, enjoy. Dapat mag-enjoy tayo. Dapat mag-enjoy tayo sa pag-save. Dapat mag-enjoy tayo sa pag-invest. At ganun din dito sa pag-aaral kung paano tayo makakapag-save at kung paano tayo eventually makakapag-invest. I'm saying that because budgeting and saving, they're very important but they are never enough. Dapat kumpletos ricados. Dapat buo yung proseso. It begins with budgeting. Dapat marunong kang mag-manage ng pera for you to be able to save. You need to save for emergency funding purposes, but eventually you need to start investing because you need to keep your money from losing. Pagdating sa inflation, you need to make your money make more money. You need to make your money grow. You need to earn extra, and you can only do that by way of investing. Kaya nga ang tawag natin sa investments, growth fund. 'Di ba? Sa savings, ano lang yan, emergency fund lang yan. It's not supposed to grow. It's not intended to grow. If you would like to grow your money, you need to save only for emergency purposes, and then you need to start investing the rest. Now, ito yung request sa akin ni Pia nung nag-message siya sa akin. Sir Andoy, can we invite you over to become our speaker dito sa Financial Literacy Enhancement Program namin? So, it's not actually a question of yes or no eh. Every time I get invites, lalo na sa mga students, no, I don't charge anything pagdating sa mga students eh. Ang tanong ko, if ang parati kong tanong na lang diyan, I'm not sure kung natatandaan pa ni Pia, pero ang tanong ko is kailan? It's not a question of whether yes or no eh. It's always a yes for me, but kung available ako. So sige sir, let's do it November 18, tapos mga 1 to 3 PM tayo. So game. And nung tinanong ko, ano bang gusto nating pag-usapan? Ano bang gusto nyong ituro natin? No? So sir, let's talk about our investment options. Let's talk about investment options na pwede sa mga estudyante. And there you go. I'm presenting you your investment options. No? Whether you're a student or pag magtatrabaho ka na, ito ang mga lehitimong investment options dito sa Pilipinas. You have deposits. Pag nag-open ka ng payroll account, pag nag-open ka ng savings account, deposit account yan. Pag nagpautang ka sa gobyerno or sa mga korporasyon, you talk about bond market investing. When you start buying shares of stocks of publicly listed corporations, you have stock market investing. And in between those, meron kang iba-ibang instruments na naghahalo ng mga features ng bonds at stocks. And you call them mutual funds, unit investment trust funds, and exchange-traded funds. Meron din tayo, of course, real estate. Sino ba dito sa inyo, lalo na sa Zoom, sa YouTube live natin, no? If I'm going to ask you, eventually, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, gusto nyo bang magkaroon ng sariling bahay at lupa? Gusto nyo bang magkaroon ng sariling yung house and lot, di ba? Can I get a feel of the room, lalo na dito sa Zoom, no? Kasi ito yung meron akong optics eh. Can you guys tell me, just use the chat box, would you guys like to have your very own house and lot? Gusto niyo magkaroon ng sariling condo unit? Gusto niyo magkaroon ng sariling farm lot, 'di ba? Of course. I mean, we're now being bombarded with yeses. Yes po, of course. Here on Zoom, no, may mga yes nga with 3 E's pa. Yes, house and lot QT. Yes po, di ba? I mean, what I'm trying to say here is lahat ng tao, regardless of the age, lahat ng tao gusto ng real estate. But the problem is masyadong mahal ang real estate. So what I'm also going to share with you is meron ding isang paraan for you to be able to start investing. Hindi pa yung pwedeng tulugan, hindi ka pa pwedeng doon tumira, but at least meron kang real estate investment. So pag-uusapan natin yan, real estate investment trusts or REITs. They're arranged in that fashion because of their risk, return, and time horizon features. Not all investments are created equal. Merong mga investments dyan na conservative, merong investments dyan na super aggressive. So it really depends dun sa tao. Yung tao ba na yun, yung investor ba na yun, naiintindihan ba niya yung aggressiveness, naiintindihan ba niya yung volatility ng investment na paglalagyan niya ng pera. No? So again, not all investments are created equal. Meron dyan mga conservative at merong mga aggressive. Meron din namang mga in-between. No? The lower the risk, the lower the potential return. The higher the risk, the higher the potential return. Time horizon is also very important for us to understand kasi hindi naman lahat ng investments long term. May mga investments tayo na para sa Pasko. May mga investments tayo na November inuumpisahan natin pero alam natin for a fact that by December gagastusin din natin kasi may bibilan tayo ng regalo. Pero meron din tayong mga investments na para sa graduation, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, para sa debut ng kaibigan natin, debut ng kapatid natin na bunso, 'di ba? May mga pinag-aandaan tayo, may mga pinaglalaanan tayo. So merong mga time horizons na short, medium, and long term. And usually, habang humahaba, mas lalong humahaba ang panahon na nag-i-invest tayo, the longer the time horizon is, the higher our investments should pay us back. So in this slide alone, in this screen alone, at least we were able to provide, I was able to provide you with a quick glance, a quick overview of our investment outlets, their risk, return, and time horizon features. But again, we are just getting started. No? Let's begin our discussion, our detailed discussion pagdating sa pagnenegosyo. You know, in the Philippines, usually when you talk about running a business, when you talk about pagnenegosyo, parati nating iniisip dyan, Andoy, gusto kong magtayo ng sariling sari-sari store, ng maliit na tindahan, ng barbecue stand. Gusto kong magtayo ng water refilling station. Gusto kong magtayo ng, gusto kong magbenta ng lechon manok. Gusto kong bumili ng franchise. Or perhaps gusto kong gumawa ng sarili kong brand. Walang masama dyan. Again, sabi nga natin kanina, no, not all investments are created equal. Iba-iba rin tayo bilang investors. May mga tao na gustong bumili ng franchise, may mga tao na gustong mag-umpisa ng sarili nilang pangalan. No? What I'm trying to propose though is pwedeng ma-skip mo yung lahat ng yan when you start investing in publicly listed shares of stocks or stock market investing. Kasi sa stock market investing, hindi ka lang basta-basta investor. Sa stock market investing, you're actually a co-owner because you basically own shares of stocks of publicly listed corporations. At ang kailangan mo lang dito is to open a stock brokerage account, something that you can do online, digitally. Kaya nga DIY yung title natin, di ba? Digital investments for the youth. These are investment outlets that you can avail of and you can invest in fully online. Now, masyadong marami ang pwede nating pagpilian sa mundo ng stock market. You have close to 300 stocks to choose from and 300 is a lot. It can be very overwhelming. Sobrang daming choices. No? So perhaps for students like you, for beginners, baka pwedeng mag-umpisa muna tayo dun sa pinaka-basic pero pinaka-magagaling. And that's what we call collectively the PSEI or the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. In other words, they're also called index stocks or blue chip stocks. No? Sila yung pinaka-magagaling, pinaka-malaki ang kita, pinaka-consistent, at pinaka-stable ang performance. And these are only 30 companies. No? So 30 out of 300. 30% lang sila ng population. So ibig sabihin, pinadali na ng the Philippine Stock Exchange ang pamimili ng mga magagandang stocks na pwedeng pag-investan. No? You earn from two ways. You earn from two sources. So hindi lang isa, pero dalawa ang source of income mo pagdating sa stock market investing. You earn from price appreciation when you buy low and then sell high. When you buy a stock for 1 peso per share, and then binenta mo siya for 10 pesos per share, kumita ka na ng 9 pesos per share. So that's price appreciation. But on top of that, kung kumikita yung kumpanya na binili mo, kumikita ka rin sa pamamagitan ng dividends. Okay? So, eto isa sa hindi ko sinabi kay Pia kasi gusto ko maging surprise to. No? By the end of the presentation, meron akong konting quiz or parang game para sa inyo. And ang mangyayari doon is you just need to follow certain instructions para mag-qualify for the prizes. I am going to give away 2 7-Eleven electronic vouchers. So pwede kahit hindi na tayo mag-meet, I can just give it away to you. I can just give it to you guys. I'm going to give away 2 7-Eleven e-vouchers worth 500 pesos each. No? So merong dalawang mananalo from you, whether you guys are from YouTube, para hindi tayo para fair tayo. Gagawin natin yung mechanics in such a way na fair siya for both participants from both Zoom and on YouTube Live. So stay tuned. Sobrang basic, sobrang simple lang ng instructions. But it's very important that you understand yung mga concepts na in-explain natin. So again, we're going to give away 2 7-Eleven electronic vouchers worth 500 pesos each. So back to the stock market investing slide, no. Sir Andoy, my next question is, usually ito naman yung tanong ng mga bawat Pilipino, no. Ano po ba ang minimum amount for me to be able to start investing in stocks? Back in the day, you need 500,000 pesos for you to open a stock brokerage account nung unang panahon. But right now, you actually can open for your very own stock brokerage account for as little as 5,000 pesos. Usually, ang sinasabi nila, sir, napakalaki niyan, lalo na para sa mga estudyante. No? I perfectly understand. But the thing is, 5,000 pesos is still 5,000 pesos, and the 5,000 pesos na yun is readily investable. So hindi yan maintaining balance na natutulog lang dyan, walang ginagawa. By the time you open an account and fund it with 5,000 pesos, that amount is readily investable. Pwede mo na agad siyang ipambili ng stocks. No? So that's it. Next would be, ano ba ang blue chip stocks, Andoy? Ano ba yung sinasabi natin na blue chip stocks? Kasi naiintriga ako, gusto kong mag-invest, tapos gusto kong mag-invest dun sa sinasabi mo, sir, na the best of the best. They're called blue chips because they're historically proven to weather economic downturns. Whether nagkaroon ng crisis, political, economic, or health crisis like COVID-19, they are still performing well. They're called blue chips because they're one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in their respective sectors. Sila yung mga pinakakilala when it comes to branding. And then, sabi nga natin kanina, consistent when it comes to dividend payments. Hindi ka pwedeng makareceive ng dividends kung hindi kumikita yung kumpanya na binili mo. So how are you supposed to get shares of the profit if they are not even profitable? That means your blue chip stocks are profitable companies, and that's the reason why they are able to give you dividend income. All right? Next would be pagdating sa stock market investing, you can actually pwede siyang ihalin tulad, no, sa pagpapatakbo ng isang negosyo. It's like you're owning a business but you're not running a business. Pagmamay-ari mo ang negosyo, pero pag nagkaroon ng problema yung negosyo, hindi ko yung sasagot doon. Hindi ikaw yung magbubukas ng mga branches nila, hindi ikaw yung magpuputol ng mga puno pag hindi nakakapag-deliver ng kuryente yung mga poste nila. Hindi mo magiging problema yon. You are just a part owner of that company, but you are not running the show for them. It's like you get to buy your own franchise, open your own business already with the brand, no, the best of the best companies in the Philippines for only 5,000 pesos. And if you're going to ask me, this is already a student-friendly price. Kasi tayo naman, kayang-kaya nating mag-ipon ng 5,000 pesos. Pwede nga natin, nag-iipon nga tayo para sa concerts, di ba? Nag-iipon tayo para sa OOTD. Nag-iipon tayo para sa wardrobe. Bakit hindi tayo pwedeng mag-ipon para sa future natin? And the good thing about investing is yung pera na ini-invest natin is actually growing. You're creating an opportunity for your money to keep on growing from now until the time you work, until the time you start, working, you start getting promoted, until the time you get married, diba? So parang ang saya lang niya na all throughout those milestones in your life, patuloy ka pa rin nag-i-invest. No? So mamaya mas pag-uusapan natin yung long-term investing na yan. Next would be, I'd like you to understand na marami tayong options pagdating sa pera. Ako, ang pinaka-perfect example ko dito would be my favorite, and which also happens to be my son's favorite, no? Jollibee. You can buy a Champ Joy Super Meal for 264 pesos. But you also need to understand that for only 239 pesos, you can actually buy one share of Jollibee Foods Corporation. The good thing about that is when you buy Jollibee Foods Corporation, you're not just buying Jollibee. Okay? You're not just buying Jollibee. When you buy Jollibee Foods Corporation, the stock, you also get to own Greenwich, Chowking, Mang Inasal, Red Ribbon, Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, Pho 24, Panda Express, Tim Ho Wan, and several other, ano pa ba? Sino pa ba yung mga bago nila? Sa States, they have Smash Burger. So several other companies stopped under the Jollibee Foods Corporation group for as little as 239 pesos. Another thing here is I'm not in any way encouraging you to do this, but yung mga titos and titas nyo, Friday night, Saturday, may party sa bahay. Usually ang go-to drink nila San Miguel Beer Grande or Ginebra San Miguel. You can buy San Miguel Beer Grande for 110 pesos. But for as little as 39 pesos, you can buy one share of San Miguel Food and Beverage. You can buy shares of the company responsible for bringing us San Miguel Beer Grande and Ginebra San Miguel. But like Jollibee, when you buy San Miguel Food and Beverage, you also get to own Pure Foods, Magnolia, Monterey, and Star. Again, for as little as 39 pesos per share. San ka pa, di ba? Another thing is Piato Supersized Party Pack. Ngayon na meron ng Disney Plus dito sa Pilipinas, pwede na tayong mag-bench watch ng mga movies na pinapirate lang natin from the internet, no? Piatos Supersized Party Pack for 140 pesos per share. Medyo mahal yan compared to simply buying one share of Universal Robina Corporation, the company owning Jack and Jill chips. No? So Universal Robina Corporation or URC for only 123 pesos per share. Monde Nissan Corporation, who owns Lucky Me Pancit Canton, which retails for 11 pesos per pack, per sachet. Magdagdag ka lang ng konti, you can already buy one share of Monde Nissan Corporation. So what I'm trying to say here is, ang sarap lang sa pakiramdam na bukod sa tinatangkilik mo yung produkto, yung pagkain ng mga kumpanya na binanggit natin, mas masarap sa pakiramdam na every time bumibili ka, every time bumibili yung kapitbahay mo, every time bumibili yung tito at tita mo, every time bumibili yung mga kaklase mo ng C1, C3 sa Jollibee, alam mo na mayroong bumabalik sa'yo because you are a part owner of Jollibee. Ang sarap lang sa pakiramdam na birthday mo, magtitreat ka sa Mang Inasal dahil only rice. Ang sarap lang sa pakiramdam na hindi naman lahat patapon yung pera kasi alam mo na may babalik sa'yo because you are also a part owner of Mang Inasal by virtue of buying Jollibee Foods Corporation. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, is wag natin masyadong i-baby yung sarili natin simply because estudyante pa lang tayo. My mantra has always been, every time I get invited to talk to students, I don't treat you as students. I actually treat you as future graduates. I actually treat you as future employees, as future business owners. So wag nating isipin na, hindi Sir Andoy, masyado pa akong bata para dyan. I understand. You guys are young. But that's not an excuse why you can't think, why you don't want to think, why you won't think about your future as early as now. 'Di ba? Hindi masama ang adulting, hindi masama yung pagsiseryoso sa buhay because at the end of the day, we need to think about ourselves and our future and our family's future at the same time, 'di ba? So 'yun. Let me just quickly share with you my personal investment history when it comes to Jollibee, no. I graduated from college 2005. I graduated from San Beda and I was fortunate enough to have been invited by the Bank of the Philippine Islands to undergo its officership training program, OTP. Yung OTP na yon, hindi ako rank and file, hindi ako staff level na hire. I'm a specialist hire for the first 6 months. I need to undergo training for the first 6 months. Pero pag bumagsak ako doon sa training, bumagsak ako sa recitation, bumagsak ako sa exams, no, tanggal ako. Kahit na cum laude ka, kahit na dean's lister ka, tanggal ka kapag may binagsakan na module. So high risk, high reward. But kapag pumasa ka dun sa 6-month training na yon, assistant manager ka agad, junior manager ka agad. Imagine, after college, 6 months na training, after 6 months, assistant manager. So that's BPI's officership training program. Fortunately, I was able to pass that program. Medyo hindi ako sanay na mga nasa line of 7 kasi sobrang struggle, ang hirap talaga yan. I'm telling you, no. But pumasa ako. So what I did, habang nagte-training ako dahil sumusweldo ako, I started investing. I started investing 30 to 40, sometimes even 50% of my sweldo. Ganun katindi ang investing strategy ko from then up until now. Sometimes even yung mga bonus ko, tinatanggal ko agad yung 40 to 50% for me to be able to invest more, no. So Jollibee, I started buying Jollibee for 26 pesos per share. Hanggang sa pumalo siya sa 328 nung kasag-kasagan ng pandemic, bumagsak siya to 90. And then as of November 11, it's trading 264. Parati yan, every first payday of the month, Jollibee kasama. Hanggang ngayon, ganyan pa rin siya. Every first payday of the month, kasama ang Jollibee sa mga binibili ko. Sabi nga natin kanina, dalawa ang source of income natin pagdating sa stock market investing. Kumikita ka by way of, price appreciation, when you buy low, sell high. Pero kumikita rin tayo sa pamamagitan ng dividends kasi we are part owners of the company. So 2019, pre-pandemic, I was able to receive a total of 2 pesos and 58 centavos from Jollibee. So parang isipin nyo, Sir Andoy, bakit tayo nagsasayang ng oras dito sa 2 pesos and 58 centavos? But guys, lalo na kung napag-aralan nyo na to, kung napag-aralan nyo na to sa finance nyo, sa corporate finance nyo, sa investments, no, ang dividends, it's divided by the number of shares that you own. So for example, I was able to accumulate just 100,000 shares of Jollibee from 2005 up until 2019, 14 years times 12 paydays, no? Ang ibig sabihin nun, 2 pesos and 58 times 100,000, that's 258,000 pesos. From Jollibee alone, dividends alone, 2019 alone. But guys, this is pre-pandemic. Andoy, anong nangyari nung panahon ng pandemya? Bumaba siya to 1 peso 30 centavos, but I'm not complaining. Maraming taong nawalan ng trabaho, maraming Jollibee branches ang nagsara, maraming Jollibee branches ang apektado ang sales kasi 30% lang ng seating capacity ang pwede, limited ang delivery, di ba? So that's still 131,000 pesos in dividends alone, 2020 alone, Jollibee alone, during the height of the pandemic. And nakikita ko naman na slowly nagre-recover because 2021, I was able to receive 183,000 pesos. Again, without me doing anything. Every single payday, bili lang ako ng mga investments ko na nasa plano ko. And then that's what I keep on doing. And this is what I keep on receiving. My second payday happens to be Meralco. Isa to sa mga parte ng second payday ko. So every month, hindi lang ako nagbabayad ng Meralco bill. Nag-i-invest din ako for me to be able to get more Meralco shares, no. I was able to buy my first set of Meralco shares for 12 pesos per share. It peaked to as high as about 400, close to 400. During the height of the pandemic, bumagsak siya to 189, and as of 11/11, it's trading at 303 pesos per share. So ganun din siya. Bumibili ako dahil gusto ko ng dividends. And between Jollibee and Meralco, mas malaki ang dividends na nakukuha ko historically from Meralco. In fact, 2019, I was able to receive 1.6 million pesos from Meralco alone, dividends alone, 2019 alone. During the height of the pandemic, 2020, I received a total of 1.5 million pesos. And then pre-pandemic, let's say 2021, that's 1.4 million pesos. So okay, what I'm trying to say here is, guys, I'm not trying to brag or anything. In fact, hindi ko kailangang magyabang kasi ang gusto kong ibahagi sa inyo is if I was able to do it without any magic tricks involved, if I was able to do it, bakit hindi nyo kayang gawin? Diba? Parang all I had was consistency. all I had was discipline and all I had was sacrifice. Ano bang sakripisyo yun? Yung sakripisyo ko, hindi ako gumagastos sa mga pangporma. Hindi ako masyadong gumagastos sa mga gimmick. Hindi ako masyadong gumagastos sa mga party ng mga panahon na mahilig pumarty at gumimik yung mga barkada ko. Hindi ako gumagastos ng malala sa car accessories, although admittedly I'm weakness ko ang sasakyan, no. So what I'm trying to say here is it's a combination of consistency, discipline, and sacrifice. Hindi ako bumibili ng mga mamahaling sapatos, hindi ako bumibili ng mga mamahaling gamit. Kasi alam ko, mas importante for me to keep my money growing. Especially ngayon, because I'm no longer saving or investing for myself. I'm now saving and investing for my mom, kasi I was raised by a single mom. I'm saving and investing, of course, for my family, for my wife, for my kids. And that's very important, no? So what I'm trying to say here is, guys, marami tayong choices, marami tayong mga pwedeng pagpilian, marami tayong pwedeng gawin sa buhay, pero hindi natin pwedeng kalimutan, hindi natin pwedeng talikuran ang investing. Kasi ito, kung sinasabi ko lang sa inyo, you just need a little bit more sacrifice, you just need to understand ano ba yung mga magagandang bilhin, and you take it from there, no? And again, the good thing about that, guys, is stocks pa lang yung pinag-uusapan natin. Meron pa rin tayong pwedeng pag-usapan about pagpapautang. Pwede natin pagpautangin ang gobyerno, government bonds, pwede natin pautangin yung mga korporasyon or corporate bonds na gustong mag-expand sa pamamagitan ng bond market. Bonds provide us with predictable income stream, kaya nga ang tawag natin sa kanila fixed income securities. It helps us preserve our capital, especially if we hold on to the bond until it matures, no? Dalawa rin ang sources of income natin. Merong price appreciation, ganun din, buy low, sell high, and merong coupon payments. Yung coupon payments na yan, interest lang din yan. Pero ang interest na yan, binibigay minsan every 3 months, minsan every 6 months. No? We have a question here from Mary Jean Rapsing. Paano po makabili ng mga shares at paano ko po mamomonitor yung shares ko po? So I promise you, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan when we wrap things up. No? But now, pag-usapan muna natin itong bond market investing. Hindi ka lang basta-basta magpapautang. Itong pagpapautang na to ay pagpapautang sa Pilipinas, sa bansang Pilipinas at sa mga korporasyon. So medyo mas safe ang pagpapautang mo. Hindi ka mahihirapang maningil. It helps offset stock market volatility. At kagaya ng stock market, for as little as 5,000 pesos, pwede kang mag-invest. In fact, according to BTR, no, baka maglabas ang BTR either baka this December or baka next year na ng tinatawag nila na premium bonds. Mag-i-invest ka dun sa premium bonds for as little as 500 pesos, and for every 500 pesos na i-invest mo, meron kang 1 electronic raffle. Every quarter, you get a chance to win a house and lot, a condo unit, cars, no? Minsan may mga 7 million pesos pa sila na pinapamigay. So parang nag-invest ka na, may potential ka pa na manalo ng mga prizes from our government. No? So for as little as 500 pesos. So yan po ang bond market investing. Ngayon na napag-usapan natin ng bonds at stocks, merong kombinasyon ng bonds at stocks. Sir Adoy, ano yung kombinasyon na yan? Kasi gusto ko sila. Gusto ko mag-invest sa kanila pareho. Ang tawag sa kanila, unit investment trust funds and mutual funds. Pareho lang sila in essence, no? They are both called pooled funds. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng pooled funds? Pinagsasama-sama natin yung pera natin, tapos ini-invest yon ng mga bangko, ini-invest yon ng mga investment companies, ng mga mutual fund companies. Madali lang para sa atin na mag-invest dito because instant ang diversification. Bumili ka lang ng isang UITF or isang mutual fund. Ang laman nun, 10, 20, 30, sometimes even 40 different investments. Tapos, yun na lahat yung pagmamay-ari mo. So, hindi mo na kailangan bumili ng hiwa-hiwalay. Bibili ka lang ng isang fund, tapos marami ng laman yun sa loob. It gives us access to higher income outlets. It's very liquid, easy to buy, easy to sell. Earnings are exempt. Mutual fund earnings are exempt from capital gains tax. So, ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung take-home natin sa investments. We get to outsource. Ito yung pinaka-advantage nito, no? You guys get to outsource your decision-making to licensed and professional fund managers. So hindi na ikaw yung magmo-monitor. I think to a certain extent masasagot natin yung tanong ni Mary Jean, no? paano ko ba i-monitor yung shares ko? Paano ba kayo i-monitor yung stock market investments ko? Kung masyado kang busy sa trabaho, kung masyado kang busy sa love life, kung masyado kang busy sa mga ginagawa mo sa buhay, pwedeng mag-mutual fund or UITF ka kasi meron kang fund manager na nag-monitor, nagbabay at nagsisell ng investments mo for you. So yan ang isa sa pinaka-advantage ng mutual funds at unit investment trust funds. At pagdating sa minimum investment amount, for as little as 5,000 pesos lang din, you may start investing in mutual funds here in the Philippines. Next, meron din tayong kombinasyon ng lahat ng napag-usapan natin. Stock market, bond market, pooled funds market, kasi meron tayong tinatawag na exchange-traded fund. Here in the Philippines, nag-iisa lang po ang ETF natin so far, and it happens to be ours, no? First Metro Exchange Traded Fund. It's an affordable, simple, and tradable investment outlet. Kapag binili mo ng umaga, pwede mo siyang ibenta after 5 minutes. Kapag binili mo ng umaga, pwede mo siyang ibenta after lunch. So wala siyang holding period na usually meron sa mga mutual funds at unit investment trust funds. It combines the best features of bonds, stocks, and mutual funds, and it invests your money in the best stocks in the country. Ano ba yung best stocks in the country? Kung matatandaan nyo, a few slides ago, I introduced you guys to blue chips or index stocks or the PSEI. Ang FMETF po, ini-invest niya ang pera nyo only in PSEI stocks, in index stocks, in blue chip stocks. So ibig sabihin, yung pera nyo naka-invest sa the best of the best stocks in the Philippines at any point in time for as little as 1,500 pesos. Alright? So ano ba yung mga blue chip stocks natin ngayon, sir? Kasi hindi ko alam. Wala akong idea kung sino-sino ba yung mga PSEI natin. Well, the 30 best companies in the Philippines are Metrobank, Ayala Land, Aboitiz, BDO, BPI, ICTSI, Jollibee, of course, pag-usapan natin kanina. Alliance Global basically owns McDonald's Philippines. Metro Pacific Investments, Emperador, SM Prime, Converge, Aboitiz Power, PLDT, Universal Robina Corporation, pinag-usapan natin kanina, owns Jack and Jill Chips. GT Capital Holdings, which owns Metro Bank, AXA Philippines, Toyota Motors Philippines, Mega World, Meralco, pag-usapan natin, one of my favorites. JG Summit, Monde Nissin, Lucio Tan Group, AC Energy, Security Bank, Mega World, Pure Gold, San Miguel Corporation, and Wilcon Builders Depot. So dito pa lang sa makikita nyo sa screen nyo, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with a lot of them. And imagine, you get to own all of them, you get to invest in all of them simply by investing in FMETF for as little as 1,500 pesos. So kung sa palagay nyo masyadong malaki yung 5,000 pesos, well, ito, it's actually a bang for the buck. 1,500 pesos minimum, you get to invest in the Philippines' best stocks all in one go. All right? Next, real estate. Of course, kailangan kong isama to for me to be able to make sense of the last outlet na pwede kong i-share sa inyo. Kasi real estate, sa totoo lang, hindi naman siya digital. So, Rendoy, bakit nandyan ang real estate? Hindi naman digital yan. So, for me to be able to make you guys appreciate real estate investment trusts, I need to let you in on real estate investing, the ins and outs of real estate investing. Ang real estate investing, I think, nasagot nyo na kanina eh. Tinanong ko nga kayo, di ba? Oh, dito, hindi ko lang makita yung mga nasa YouTube live natin. Oh. But at least here on Zoom, nung tinanong ko, sino sa inyo ang gustong magkaroon ng sariling bahay at lupa, gustong magkaroon ng condo unit, gustong magkaroon ng rest house, gustong magkaroon ng farm lot? A lot of you guys responded, yes, yes po, of course, game na game, yes sir. May sabi pa nga cutie, di ba? Parang, I mean, yung sagot yung cutie. Real estate, mataas ang demand. Kasi nga lahat ng tao gusto ng real estate. But the problem is, mababa ang supply. At alam naman natin yung law of supply and demand. Pag ang isang bagay mataas ang demand pero mababa ang supply, tumataas ang presyo. Mababa ang supply ng real estate kasi hindi naman nagkakaroon ng bagong bakanteng lote. They don't make real estate anymore. Kaya nga may mga malalaking developers tayo na gumagawa ng paraan for them to be able to make more real estate. Minsan gumagawa sila ng mga reclamation projects, no? Tinatabunan nila ng lupa yung bodies of water for them to be able to develop it into property, 'di ba? Perfect example niyan yung sa Rojas area, yung Rojas Boulevard area. It used to be part of Manila Bay, pero karamihan nun reclaimed property. SM Mall of Asia is actually a reclaimed property, no? So the good thing about real estate naman is that you don't need to sell real estate for you to make money. You can keep the possession of the real estate property, tapos pwede mo siyang ipa-rent or ipa-lease. Tapos meron kang monthly rent income or monthly lease income. So yun yung kagandahan doon. But in order for us to understand it better, dapat alam din natin yung mga gastusin. Guys, it's one thing na meron kang real estate property. Etong mga bagay na to, usually this is from experience kasi I also do real estate flipping. I buy and sell cars. I also buy and sell real estate. And right now, I'm into farm lot investing. So ito yung mga bagay na natutunan ko along the way at gusto ko ring i-share sa inyo para at least ngayon pa lang alam niyo na kung ano yung dapat yung asahan, no? If in case you intend to go this direction. Ang real estate investing, maraming gastos 'yan. Kasi kailangan mong i-repair at i-maintain yung bahay kapag merong nasirang gripo, kapag merong nasirang outlet ng kuryente, kapag merong sirang bombilya, kailangan mong palitan for it to be in tip-top shape. Tsaka para at least safe ang pamamahay nyo doon, safe yung pagtira nyo doon. Hindi madilim, hindi kayo madudulas, hindi kayo maaksidente, hindi magkakaroon ng sunog. So you need to spend on repairs and maintenance. You need to spend on insurance, lalo na kung yung lugar nyo madalas bahain, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas, madalas tayong nililindol, madalas tayong pinupuntahan ng malalakas na bagyo. So mas maganda na mayroong insurance kasi nga mahal ang bahay, mahal ang real estate property. So mas maganda na gumastos tayo ng konti sa insurance para meron din tayong peace of mind na just in case magkaroon ng damage yung bahay, merong insurance coverage para sa repairs, no? Kailangan din natin every year magbayad ng amilyar or property tax, which by the way, gagawin ko next week para maka-avail ako ng mga discount, no, sa Pasig, sa Bulacan, sa Cainta, Tagaytay and Tanay Rizal, no. So medyo matrabaho siya, but it's part of adulting, no. Mas maganda nga lang na maaga. I'm paying as early as November 2022 for my 2023 dues kasi sayang din yun. May mga LGUs na nagbibigay ng 5, 15, 20% discount if you pay ahead of time. And then, kapag gusto mo na siyang bitawan or kapag nawala na, namatay na yung may-ari ng real estate property, kailangan pa rin magbayad ng estate or donor's tax, no? Tapos kapag luma na yung property, syempre gagastos tayo ng malaki for renovation and remodeling. So what I'm trying to say here is, hindi natatapos ang gastos natin sa pag-acquire ng real estate property. Meron din tayong mga extrang gastos. So medyo malaki ang financial requirement ng real estate investing. The good thing is, meron tayong real estate investment trust, which is, again, a student-friendly digital investment option. Okay? Because real estate investment trusts, dahil nga mura siya, it minimizes the need for you to borrow. Kahit hindi ka na mangutang sa bangko, pwede kang mag-invest at pwede kang kumita ng pera sa pamamagitan ng real estate investing. Instant investment diversification. Kapag bumili ka ng isang real estate investment trust, lahat ng properties na hawak niya, hawak mo rin. Ang real estate investment trusts kasi, you make money because of income-generating real estate assets like malls, hospitals, buildings, office buildings, warehouse, mga pabrika, factory, parking lots, no, lahat ng pwedeng pagkakitaan na real estate properties na kumikitang pera, pwede nilang bilhin at doon ka kumikita sa kita ng real estate properties na yun because you're a co-owner, because you're a part owner. Kailangan mo lang dito is an account with an accredited online broker, and First Metro Sec happens to be one of the few accredited REIT brokers out there. No need for you to spend on maintenance, so hindi ka nagagastos ng extra because trabaho na yon ng real estate investment trust company. Meron din tayong professional managers. Kanina sa mutual funds and UITFs, meron kang fund manager. Dito, bukod sa fund manager, meron ka ring admin manager at meron ka ring property manager sa bawat site. So lakas makasosyal. It's very liquid, easy to buy, easy to sell. Guaranteed din ang dividends. 90%, at least 90% ng kita nila kada taon, dinidistribute sa susunod na taon in the form of dividends. So every 3 months, every quarter you wake up and then makikita mo yung First Metrosec account mo, merong extra cash. Kapag tiningnan mo kung ano yung source ng cash mo, dividends pala galing sa real estate investment trust. So guaranteed ang dividends because of a REIT law. Next is, Andoy, how much ang minimum natin, ang minimum amount for you to start investing in REITs? Again, student-friendly, 3,000 to about 5,000 pesos, and you may start investing in REITs. No? So basically, pagdating sa stock market, ikaw ang driver. You have full control over the destination, but it will require more focus from you. No? So again, to a certain extent, parang masasagot natin yung tanong ni Mary Jean dito. But when it comes to mutual funds, UITFs, exchange-traded funds, and REITs, ikaw ang pasahero. Your driver chooses the route kasi meron kang fund manager working for you. And the good thing about this is it will require less time and focus from you because you don't need to monitor the market every so often. So ganyan yung analysis natin dito sa mga investment options natin. But all in all, ang common denominator nila, they are all available online. So ngayon, what I'm trying to say here is you need to look at it from a long-term perspective. No? Kasi kahit anong mangyari, may mga problemang nararanasan ang ekonomiya natin. 1998, nagkaroon ng Asian financial crisis. Maraming nalugi, maraming negosyo ang nagsara, bumagsak ang stock market, bumagsak ang ekonomiya. But what happened next? Nag-recover. At karamihan ng mga nag-invest during the crisis, sila ang mga namayagpag. Sila ang mas lumaki ang pera. 2018-2019, nagkaroon ng global financial crisis. Bumagsak ang ekonomiya, bumagsak ang stock market. Pero what happened next? Nag-recover. At yung mga tao na nag-invest, patuloy na nag-i-invest nung panahon ng crisis, sila yung mga tao na mas lumaki yung pera nung nag-recover yung ekonomiya, nung nag-recover yung stock market. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, nagkaroon ng COVID-19 pandemic, nagkaroon ng Russia-Ukraine tension. Ngayon, nagkakaroon dito tayo sa isang high inflation environment. Bumagsak ang ekonomiya, bumabagsak ang stock market. But if history will continue to repeat itself, ang i-expect natin by next year, by 2024, is that the market will keep on recovering. At yung mga tao na nag-i-invest, na nag-uumpisang mag-invest sa panahon ng crisis, sila yung mga tao na patuloy na kikita ng pera during the recovery phase. No? So that's your long-term growth trajectory. Kasi mula noon, 1979 up until 2022, I'm looking at a growth trajectory. All right? So again, 20 years old, usually ang priority niyan sa buhay, no? Sir, I'm too young. I'll think about investing later on. But by the time you turn 30, ang sasabihin mo na sa akin, sir, I'm starting my own family. I'll prioritize my day-to-day needs first. By the time you turn 40, I still have kids to raise, tuition fees to pay, so maybe next time. Hanggang sa hindi ka na nakapag-invest kasi by the time you turn 50, magre-retire ka na, I'll wait until my eldest graduates and then siguro sila na lang yung mag-i-invest para sa akin. So marami tayong mga dahilan para hindi gawin yung mga bagay-bagay na yan. Marami tayong mga excuses. But what I'm going to show you next might just be able to do the trick. No? If you are 20 years old, tapos 1,500 kada buwan lang ang i-invest mo, over the next 40 years, kasi let's say magre-retire tayo age 60, kahit na presidente ka na, 1,500 kada sweldo pa rin ang i-invest mo. So ganun ang assumption natin dito. After 40 years, ang total na ininvest mo ay 1.4 million pesos lang. 1,515 kada sweldo, 3,000 kada buwan. Do that over 40 years. By the time you retire age 60, 1.4 million pesos lang ang inilabas mo. Pero dahil tumutubo ang stock market investing, ito ang assumed rate natin is 11% per annum. You're going to get potentially 22.3 million pesos simply by starting early and starting small. 20 years old, 3,000 a month. Pero hindi mo ginawa. You started 30 years of age. Pero dinoble mo kasi medyo mayabang ka na, kasi medyo mataas na yung sweldo mo, kasi medyo mataas na yung rank mo. Pero nawalan ka ng 10 taon. Remember, yung lesson natin kanina, time horizon, di ba? The longer amount of time you invest, the higher it should pay you back. So 30 years old, 6,000 a month, 30 years na time horizon, ang total out of pocket mo, lumaki pa at 2.1 million pesos. Pero kung titingnan natin yung gains mo, you're now only expecting to get 15.2 million pesos. At 15.2, hindi na ako magrereklamo. Pero ang laki ng nabawas simply by not investing early. Tumaas pa yung investment rate mo. Hindi mo pa rin ginawa. Sabi mo, life begins at 40, so I'm going to start investing at 40. Again, the problem there is nawalan ka ng 20 years. Kahit na gawin mong 12,000 a month ang investments mo over the next 20 years, by the time you turn 60, you would have invested 2.8 million pesos. And even if the stock market returns an assumed rate of 11% per annum, you're still going to get about 10 million pesos. Again, 10 million is still 10 million pesos. Pero for you to be able to do that, 12,000 kada buwan, at nawalan ka, ginawa mo yon over the next 20 years lang. Compare that sa 20 years old, 1.5 kada sweldo, 1.4 million pesos, 22.3 million pesos. No? At 50 years of age, Sir Doy, pwede pa ba? Kaya ko pa bang humabol? Of course, pwede pa. Pero, kahit na 24,000 a month ang i-invest mo, you just have 10 years until retirement, that's still 2.8 million pesos out of pocket. And if the stock market continues to return 11% per annum on the average, that's still 5.1 million pesos. So what I'm trying to say here is investing will get you money. But investing early and investing consistently, kahit na gaano kaliit, will actually do the trick. All right? Now, investing, sabi nga natin, hindi natin kailangan ng malaking halagang pera. 5,000, 1,500, 3,000, depending on your weapon of choice. The good thing about investing is you're investing for your future, for your family's future. You're helping the Philippines' nation-building efforts. You're helping the Philippines recover from COVID-19. You're helping fellow Filipinos land jobs, diba? That's why it's very important for you, lalo na kayo, nung bata pa kayo, to consider investing now, 'di ba? Yung mga deposits nagbibigay ng interest, yung bonds nagbibigay ng capital appreciation and coupon payments, yung funds, yung ETFs, yung stocks, yung REITs nagbibigay ng capital appreciation and dividends. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, is sa investments may bumabalik. Sa love minsan wala. So what I'm trying to say here is lande responsibly. Pwede nating siguraduhin muna yung future natin and make sure that our money will continue making more money. No? So again, sa investments may bumabalik, sa love, minsan, kadalasan nga daw, sabi nila wala. No? So next would be, by the time you start working, by the time you guys join the labor force, ang iisipin nyo, your salary would be the only source of income. Sweldo lang. No? But it's just one source of income. Pwede tayong kumita sa pamamagitan ng side hustle, pwede tayong kumita sa pamamagitan ng mga online businesses, mga businesses on the side. But yung sweldo, kailangan mong paghirapan yun. Yung side hustle, kailangan ng effort. Yung mga online businesses, kailangan ng oras. Minsan time away from the family. May mga kaibigan nga tayo na kailangang lumabas ng bansa just for them to be able to, fend for their families. No? The thing there is, we can only do so much. We can only do so much kasi tao lang tayo. So sabi ni John Lloyd personalan na tao lang tayo, we can only do so much. Paminsan-minsan kailangan nating magpahinga, paminsan-minsan kailangan nating mag-relax. Minsan kahit nakakapagpahinga, nakakapag-relax tayo, minsan tinatamaan pa rin tayo ng sakit, no? Kasi tao lang tayo. Merong hangganan yung kaya nating gawin. We only have 24 hours in a day, no? But by the time you unlock the true potential of money, your money is just going to keep on working 24/7. Lalo na kapag naintindihan mo how to budget your money, how to save for emergency purposes, and how to invest on a regular basis, your money is just going to keep on working 24/7. And no matter how hardworking your money is, your money won't need to rest. Your money won't need time to relax. Hindi niya sasabihin, Sir Endoy, time out, gusto kong mag-Boracay. Time out, gusto kong pumunta ng Japan. Sir Endoy, time out, gusto kong pumunta ng Palawan. Hindi yan magrereklamo. And no matter how hardworking your money is, your money won't get sick. So that's the most important thing you guys need to learn from money, 'di ba? Always be responsible when it comes to where you use your money, because it's a very, very powerful weapon. You also can create something out of nothing. Hindi pwedeng magic lang. Sabi ko nga kanina nung share ko sa inyo yung story ko about Jollibee and Meralco, I just had consistency, I had discipline, I had sacrifice, no. But that's not something I got out of thin air. yung gains na yun. You can't create something out of nothing, and you only get multiple streams of income if you create multiple sources of income. All right? So when we talk about multiple sources of income, pwede kang kumita sa stocks, pwede kang kumita sa mutual funds and UITFs, pwede kang kumita sa ETF, pwede kang kumita sa government at corporate bonds, at yung pinaka-last na pinag-usapan natin, real estate investment trusts. All under First Metro Sec. Nung unang panahon, kung gusto mo mag-open ng account, kailangan mo ng physical appearance, kailangan mo ng physical forms, at kailangan mong mag-absent sa school para lang mag-submit, at kailangan mo ng napakalaking halagang pera para makapag-umpisa. Pero kung gusto mong mag-umpisang mag-save, for example, sa PS Bank, kailangan mo lang i-download yung PS Bank mobile app. Submit one valid ID via the ID capture form, accomplish the online form, take a selfie, pwede kang mag-request ng ATM card kung gusto mo, tapos no initial deposit at no maintaining balance, 'di ba? Lalo na sa mga estudyante. So, download ka lang ng PS Bank mobile app. Kung gusto mong mag-save sa pamamagitan ng Metro Bank, you just need to download the Earnest mobile app. Submit one valid ID, accomplish the online form, ganun din. Take a selfie, pwede ka ring mag-request if you want an ATM card, and then no initial deposit din. Ganun din sa pag-i-invest with us through First Metro Sec. You just need to download the First Metro Sec Go mobile app, accomplish the online form, take a selfie, upload the required documents, and invest an initial amount of 5,000 pesos, and then you're good to go. So ganun lang po kasimple mag-open ng accounts with PS Bank, Metro Bank, and of course, to start investing with First Metro Sec. If you get asked, this is a special message, no? This is a special message to all our attendees, whether here on Zoom or on YouTube Live, or do sa mga makakapanood ng recorded version of this program. When you get asked by the system, how did you learn about us? Simply click webinar or seminar or event and type in our special account opening code, New Era. Anong ibig sabihin yan? I'm not going to get anything. Hindi ako makakuha ng commission or anything. Ang ibig sabihin yan, I can vouch for your application at exempt na kayo from the video interview requirements. So ibig sabihin, mas madali for you to open an account at mas mabilis kayong ma-activate at mas mabilis kayong makakapag-umpisang mag-invest. So again, when you get asked by the system, how did you learn about us? Click seminar or event and type in our special event code, New Era. So again, this has been Andoy Beltran. This is me and my team, First Metro Securities' market education team. So if you'd like to get to know more about us, and if you'd like to invite us over again for another speaking engagement, please do send me an email, ebeltran@firstmetrosec.com.ph or marketeducation@firstmetrosec.com.ph. Please also like us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and on Viber at First Metro Sec. Tapos, before I turn the floor over to our lovely hosts, please do subscribe to Let's Invest PH on YouTube. At yun lang naman yung instruction ko. Please do subscribe to Let's Invest PH on YouTube. Tapos, ang pinaka-raffle natin is we are going to do a random raffle, no? Yung mga nakapag-subscribe to Let's Invest PH, again, whether you are here on Zoom or on YouTube Live, just take a screenshot that you subscribe to Let's Invest PH and then send that screenshot to my Instagram account at Andoy Beltran with your email address. Ganun lang kadali. Send a screenshot of your YouTube subscription sa Let's Invest PH to @Andoy Beltran on Instagram together with your email address, tapos doon natin kukunin yung raffle. Ano ang mapapanalunan ng mga mananalo? You guys are going to get dalawang i-raffle natin, no? Dalawang 7-Eleven electronic vouchers worth 500 pesos each. Okay? Isa to sa mga ipapakita ko, ibibigay ko sa inyo para at least alam nyo on how you can claim your electronic vouchers. Kailangan nyo lang mag-install ng Click mobile app on your phone. You need to sign up or log in using your mobile number. Make sure to edit and confirm your profile details on the upper left corner of the icon, yung may person na icon. After updating your profile, click open, click wallet, and then select load wallet, and then redeem code. Yung redeem code na yun yung ipapadala ko dun sa dalawang winners na pipiliin natin. Again, ang instructions, no? You just need to subscribe to Let's Invest PH on YouTube. Okay? Let's Invest PH. Tapos, you just need to send a screenshot of your subscription page to @Andoy Beltran with your email address para at least alam ko how to get in touch with you. And then that's it. By the end of the session, actually pwede natin silang bigyan until about 3 p.m. By 3 p.m., that's the time I'm going to start looking for the winners. No? So dalawa yung magiging winners ng 500 pesos worth of 7-Eleven electronic vouchers. So that being said, I think that's it for me. This has been Andoy Beltran from First Metro Sec and Let's Invest PH, and I now turn the floor over to our hosts for our Q&A portion, for the next part of the program.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Beltran, for a very fruitful discussion and intuitive talk. We surely acknowledge your time and effort being here with us. This assures that our participants truly relate to our current event, especially when it comes to budgeting, savings, and growing money by investments. Again, thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge and insight this afternoon. Before we open the forum, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our professors, Dr. Daisy Eileen Bandonillo and Dr. Jennifer Salansang. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Now, we will formally open the forum to be led by our Events and Logistics Officer, Ms. John Marie Borja. We also prepared a few questions, and again, our dear participants, if you have any questions for our speaker, kindly type it in the chat box.
Hi. Yeah. So again, thank you, Mr. Angeleo Beltran, for participating and sharing your knowledge for today's event with the theme of strengthening financial awareness in post-COVID times, especially in terms of investment po, because nowadays, lalo na, in our generation po, we should be financially literate enough kasi like what Sir Andoy said, hindi tayo magkatrabaho habang buhay, at to do that, we should practice discipline and consistency. So to freshen up, I know some of the participants who are with us today have a question for you, Mr. Beltran. So are you ready to answer all of the questions po?
Of course. Game.
So the first questions po, remind ko lang po na advanced questions po to. So the first advanced questions, aside from the information you shared with us, is there something you can advise to the younger generation that we can use it for this time of pandemic, or if ever na magkaroon pa po ng pandemic in the near future?
Yeah. Siguro yun nga parang if you're able to dissect yung process that I'm recommending that you guys go through, it's nakaka-excite mag-invest, but you don't need to start investing agad. Dapat matuto muna tayong mag-budget. Yun yung first order of business. Dapat matuto tayong maghawak ng pera. Kasi kapag nag-invest ka agad nang hindi ka marunong maghawak ng pera, hindi ka marunong mag-budget, tapos kumita ka na ng pera, parang psychologically speaking, you're not prepared for that. And a lot of times, kapag meron kang extrang pera, nawawala yon because nagagastos natin unknowingly. No? So you need to start by having a budget first, and then you need to make sure that you have an emergency fund. Yung emergency fund that will crisis proof your finances. Gusto ko yung tanong ni Marina, paano tayo makakapag-prepare sa mga susunod pa na crisis, sa susunod pa na pandemya, sa susunod pa na ganitong sitwasyon, no? The only way to prepare for that is to acknowledge the fact that it can happen again. And in order for us to prepare for that, dapat meron tayong emergency fund para kung sakaling may mawalan ng trabaho sa pamilya o tayo mismo mawalan ng trabaho, meron tayong buffer fund for the next 3, 6, or 12 months for us to be able to survive habang naghahanap tayo ng panibagong trabaho, habang nag-iisip tayo ng negosyo na bubuksan, habang hindi pa tayo nagkakaroon ng trabaho. So that's the first couple of steps: budgeting, emergency funding, and then that's the only time you can start investing. Kapag meron ka ng solid na budget, marunong ka na maghawak ng pera, kapag meron ka ng 6 to 12 times na average monthly expenses sa savings, and then ayun, parang that's the only time you have the green light to start investing. Lastly, pagdating naman sa investing, don't invest in anything that you don't understand. Kaya nga tayo nagkakaroon ng mga financial literacy programs na to, no? For me, to the best of my abilities, to introduce you to options out there. Pero kung hindi nyo pa talaga siya naiintindihan, hindi naman masamang magtanong, hindi masamang mag-research, hindi masamang mag-fact check, 'di ba? Para at least alam natin na kung ano yung ginagawa nating desisyon, kung ano yung pinipili natin, yun yung mga bagay na talagang alam natin kung paano gumagalaw, kung paano nag-ooperate, no? Kasi always remember, yung pera na yan, pinaghirapan natin yan, pinaghirapan ng mga magulang yan. Kayo, pag nagtrabaho na kayo, paghihirapan nyo yan. So dapat alam nyo kung saan siya dapat dalhin.
So for the second question po, how might paying yourself first, like saving first before spending, help your cash flow and budget?
Ayun, how do I pay myself?
Like saving first before spending po.
Yeah. Sabi ko nga kanina, medyo malala ako when it comes to my savings and investing, kasi minsan to the point na kalahati nung sweldo ko, kalahati nung kinikita ko from my businesses, kalahati ng kinikita ko from my talent fees or professional fees, whatnot, napupunta sa investment. So ganun ako to pay for myself, no? Kasi sabi ko nga, kung ako lang, before I was just doing 30%, pero ngayon I have extra reasons why I need to save and invest more, because of my wife, because of my kids, yung mga ano ko pa naman sobrang lakas kumain, no? So hindi pwedeng basta-basta. So again, ano yun, that's extra motivation for me. I mean, kidding aside, that's extra motivation for me, because syempre gusto mo, if yun yung love language nila, if doon sila masaya and if doon sila healthy, then that's what I'm going to keep on doing, and that's what I'm going to keep on striving that I get to provide, diba? So ayun.
So for the third questions po, can you recommend financial books that are good to read for the first-timer financial leaders?
Yeah. To be perfectly honest, I'm not a book person eh. Hindi ako malibro. Even during college, actually never ako bumiling libro. Hindi dahil nagtitipid ako, pero dahil ma-notes ako. Yung mga lectures, usually I transpose them sa mga notes. Tapos yung notes ko yung nagiging official notes ng bayan kasi pinapa-photocopy nila, kasi OC ako pagdating sa notes. So doon ako nagbabase sa reviewers ko. But offhand siguro, you can never go wrong with Robert Kiyosaki. Yung sa Rich Dad Poor Dad, no? Pero pagdating sa mas advanced na books, ang pinaka nabasa ko lang, hindi ko siya natapos kasi nga sabi ko hindi ako mahilig magbasa. Siguro mga 3/4 nabasa ko, The Trading Code. Yung Trading Code kasi kaya nag-appeal siya sa akin because it's a trading book na based in the Philippine setting. Karamihan kasi ng mga trading books usually US stock market yung pinag-uusapan, but yung The Trading Code, at least ano siya, ang pinakabida sa kanya is the Philippine stock market. Unfortunately, yung Trading Code hindi siya nabibili readily sa National Bookstore or sa any other bookstores, no? It's something that you need to order online. So you just need to look it up, The Trading Code.
So for the fourth questions po, do you think a traditional way of pag-iipon in alikansya is still the best way these days?
Hindi. When you talk about pag-iipon kasi, actually that's worse. Kumpara mo yan sa pag-iipon sa bangko, kumikita ka pa rin kahit paano sa bangko. Napakaliit nga lang, 0.0625. in peso terms, kapag nag-ipon ka ng 1,000,000 sa loob ng isang taon, that's about 600 pesos. So ganun kaliit. Sa alkansya, pag nag-ipon ka kasi doon, walang interest. Kapag nag-ipon ka rin sa alkansya, may posibilidad na yung mga barya, yung mga coins, at even yung mga bills na inilagay mo doon through time, lalo na kung matagal kang mag-ipon, no? Lalo na kung pinatagal mo yun, lalo na kung malaki yung alkansya mo, may pagkakataon na baka pwedeng ma-demonetize na sila. Alam mo yung na-demonetize, luma na. Hindi mo na pwedeng ipalit, hindi mo na pwedeng gastusin. So, isa yon sa mga dangers, no, ng pag-iipon ng matagal sa pamamagitan ng piggy bank. Actually, okay siya sa mga bata. Yung mga bata na ini-introduce natin sa kanila yung konsepto ng pagsisave, ini-introduce natin sa kanila yung konsepto ng pera. Pero sa atin, sa mga medyo kagaya natin, age natin, hindi na siguro okay yun. Let's go to the bank, let's go to digital banks na mas mataas yung kinikitang interest, kasi hindi naman sa ayaw natin sa traditional way of saving, pero syempre gusto rin naman natin yung advantages for us.
So for the fifth question po, in light of current circumstances such as inflation, how and what would you do to recover if you were an employee who lost your job due to the pandemic?
Yeah. It really depends, no, sa situation. But ako siguro kung nawalan ako ng trabaho, I'm still going to be a little bit more confident because I have other sources of income. That's the good thing about establishing businesses on the side. That's a good thing about making sure na meron kang investments on the side. Kasi kapag nawalan ka ng isang source of income, which is yung sweldo mo or employment, at least meron ka pang ibang ini-expect na kikitain na pera. Meron akong rental income from my condo units. Meron akong income from several businesses. If I decide to sell one property, if I decide to sell one car, at least meron akong stream of income. But para dun sa mga naapektuhan talaga na wala namang extra stream of income, siguro maganda dito to take the opportunity to upskill. When I say upskill, learn new things, learn new skills, learn other stuff, para at least yung trabaho mo, hindi ka lang, yung next income opportunity mo, hindi ka lang confined dun sa dating ginagawa mo. Pwedeng iba pa yung pwede mong pag-applyan. So minsan kasi yung mga ganong situation, it really depends kung paano natin siya titingnan. Yung iba madidepress, yung iba malulungkot, but mas matatalo tayo if we do that. Maganda doon is we face it head on, and then we try to become better, and then at the end of the day, kahit anong mangyari, you're going to end up as the winner after everything.
So thank you po. So move po tayo sa question sa Zoom po from student. From Ashi Mola Cruz. As a student, what should we invest first? Insurance or investment? Do they process the same advantages?
Oo nga, nabasa ko to. Very good question, Ashley. Actually, hindi siya pwedeng i-compare sa isa't isa. You need to have both, no? And the good thing is insurance and investments, hindi naman siya ganun kalaki, hindi siya ganun kamahal. Bakit siya kailangan pareho? Because ang insurance, it offers protection. Protection kung sakaling magkaroon ng sickness, protection kung sakaling mamatay, protection kung sakaling maaksidente, 'di ba? So yun yung purpose talaga niya, protection. But ang investments, it's a totally different thing. Wala siyang protection, but it offers you flexibility, no? Flexibility to be able to anong gagawin mo sa pera mo kung kumita ka na. Pwede mo siyang i-reinvest pa sa ibang outlets, pwede mo siyang ipambili ng bahay at lupa, pwede mo siyang ipambili ng sasakyan, pwede mo siyang gawing pang aginaldo, pang regalo, 'di ba? So ayun siya. But to answer that question, no, parang siguro mas pwede mo siyang pagsabayin. May mga insurance outlets diyan na nagko-combine ng insurance at investments, yung voluntary variable unit linked insurance or VULs. But if I were you, ang pinaka professional hack ko diyan, no, ang professional tip ko diyan is kumuha ka ng insurance, ang tawag nila term insurance, napakamura nun. napakamura nun pero covered ka. Ang difference lang nun is pag sinabing term insurance, pag nagbayad ka, insured ka for 1 year, insured ka for 5 years, pero walang babalik na pera sa'yo. Pero napakamura nun. Siguro mga parang 4,000 something for the entire year na, 4-5. So ganun siya ka-practical. Tapos yung amount na ipang i-invest mo, ilagay mo sa separate investments. Ilagay mo talaga sa direct investments. No? So meron kang dalawang hiwalay na insurance at investments. So doon, I do hope I was able to answer your question, Ashley.
So from John Lloyd po, sabi niya po kung participating din po ba kayo sa mutual funds?
Yes. In fact, yung emergency funds ko tsaka yung wala ako halos pera sa savings accounts eh. Yung pera ko mostly na liquid. If I want to stay liquid, nasa money market funds siya kasi sabi ko nga sa deposits it's just giving me 0.0625. Pero sa mga money market funds, at best I get 0.4, 0.5, 0.6%. So I'm better off with money market funds. Another mutual fund I'm heavily into right now is global REITs. Merong mutual fund na nag-i-invest sa global real estate investment trusts, no? So kahit nandito ako sa Pilipinas, pwede kong mag-invest sa real estate investment trusts sa Singapore, sa Japan, sa United States of America, sa Australia, sa Europe, simply by investing in that particular fund. So yun.
So move forward po tayo sa question po galing sa YouTube.
Sure.
So question po from our professor Jennifer Salangsang. Is deposit with digital banks like CBank, Tonic Bank, etc. with interest rate of around 5% per annum compounded daily save?
Yes, actually. Actually nakakatakot kapag nalaman mo na ang nagtatanong sa'yo professor. So buti na lang medyo kaya nating sagutin, no? But to answer that question, opo, safe po 'yan. In fact, yung mga digital banks, 6 lang yung lisensya na binigay ng Bangko Sentral sa digital banks. At yung mga examples na yun yung mga ilan sa mga nabigyan ng licenses, no. Siguro para mas ma-appreciate ni Ma'am, ano ulit yung pangalan ng professor?
Jennifer Salangsang po.
Ma'am Jennifer, no. Siguro para mas ma-appreciate ni Miss Jennifer and yung kayo rin, yung mga viewers natin. Sir Andoy, bakit nila na-afford bakit nila kayang magbigay ng 5%? Kayo, Metrobank, 0.0625 lang. Di ba mas malaki kayo, di ba? Again, because they are digital banks, isa sa mga deals, isa sa mga requirements ng Bangko Sentral, bago ka bigyan ng digital banking license is wala kang branch na i-operate dito. Walang physical branch, no? So, ibig sabihin nun, malaking tipid yun sa kanila dahil wala silang renta, wala silang empleyado sa branch, wala silang kuryente, wala silang tubig, walang internet, walang security guard, walang mga branch officers na pinapasweldo. So that means yung pera nila pwedeng naka-focus lang doon sa interest sa interest bearing deposits nila, no. So tama 'yon. They're legit. And totoo na nagbibigay talaga sila ng mga 5, 7, minsan nga dumating pa sa point na nasa mga 7-8% yan eh. So ayun po, I do hope I was able to answer that question. Legit po yan, totoo po sila.
And thank you po, sir. So next question po from YouTube. Can real estate can be liability instead of asset?
Yes, depending on how you look at it, no. Usually, I said kanina si Robert Kiyosaki of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Sabi ni Robert Kiyosaki, ang real estate actually pwede mo siyang gawing liability kasi ginagastusan mo lang yan. Parang yung sinabi natin kanina, di ba? May mga phantom cost, repairs, maintenance, wala namang binibigay na pera pabalik sa'yo yan. Kung tinitiran mo lang yung real estate property. Merong mga schools of thought na nagsasabi na ang real estate para maging asset dapat pinaparenta mo, dapat kumikita ka ng pera from them. So pwede siyang i-consider na liability. Pero if titingnan naman natin siya from the financial statement side of things, kapag tiningnan mo naman yung growth niya, yung appreciation niya in value, kahit na wala kang extrang kinikita from it by way of cash, kapag nakita mo naman yung growth niya over time, by siguro kung titingnan mo yung zonal value, pag tiningnan mo yung assessed value, makikita mo rin na kahit hindi mo siya ibenta, lumalago pa rin naman yung value niya. Again, because of the scarcity, because of scarcity, hindi naman nagkakaroon ng extrang lupa, no? So hindi ko categorically masabi na mali for us to consider real estate as liabilities, pero pwede natin siyang i-consider as an asset kasi yung intrinsic value naman niya lumalaki naman talaga, nag-grow naman talaga.
So for the third questions po, is the predicted recession will affect investments?
Yes, actually, parang masama ang dating ng salitang recession. But if you're going to consider it from an economic and business cycle, it's a necessary evil. Kailangan mong gawin yon in order to cool down, in order to temper the economy, para ma-prepare natin for another growth cycle. Kasi ganun din naman yan. Ganun naman talaga yan. Pataas at pababa. And in order for you to start growing the economy, you really need to start from somewhere. At dapat nasa baba ka. Yung recession, sabi nga nila parang it's no longer a question of yes or no, but kung gaano kalala at kung gaano katagal. But the thing is, naka-price in na yan, ine-expect na talaga ng mga investors yan, ine-expect na ng mga analysts yan. So parang hindi na actually siya surprise na kung mangyayari siya or hindi. Ang tinitingnan na lang talaga natin dito, Marie, is kung gaano siya kalala, kung gaano kalaki yung magiging impact niya, at kung gaano katagal tayo na tayo, when I say tayo, global, no, hindi naman Philippines, kasi Philippines parang malabong magkaroon ng recession. Yung United States of America ang tinitingnan dito, but the United States of America being the one of the largest economies in the world, magkakaroon niya ng global effects, magkakaroon niya ng domino effect. So kahit na hindi magkaroon ng recession sa Pilipinas, magkakaroon ng effect yan sa atin. And pagdating sa sentiments ng mga investors, baka maapektuhan din. Instead of them investing here in the Philippines, baka ma-delay ng konti yung investments nila. Imbes na mag-invest sila ng marami, baka konti lang muna yung invest nila. So ganun yung nakikita natin na short-term effect niya.
So for the next question po, as you have mentioned po, your success having these keys, consistency, discipline, and sacrifice. Sabi niya po, inspired po siya, and as a financial management student, what can be also our setting goal to start our race like investing po and to be successful as you are today?
Siguro ang pinaka-tip ko dyan is don't be afraid to start small. Kasi guys, yung pag-start ko sa Jollibee at Meralco, hindi naman milyonan yun. Even up until now, I'm not talking about millions in one go. I'm talking about a few thousands, a few hundreds, 'di ba? Kasi yung sabi nga nila, no, nothing grand, nothing great is built overnight. So don't be afraid to start small. Kung kaya nyong mag-invest ng 5% ng sweldo nyo, yun lang yung kaya nyo, hindi nyo kayang mag 30%, hindi kaya mag 40%, ba't natin pipiliting mag 30 at 40? Start small, start with 5. Tapos kapag naging magaling ka sa pagbabudget, mas naging matipid ka, pag na-promote ka, pag nagkaroon ka na ng ibang sources of income, maybe that's the time you start working your way up to about 10, 15%. Kapag kaya mo nang mag-25, let's do 25% every payday. Kapag kaya mo nang mag-30, let's do 30. Ako, kagaya ko. Hindi naman ako nag-umpisa with 30% agad. Kasi nga, nung nag-aaral ako, tsaka nung nag-uumpisa pa lang ako, may responsibilities na rin ako sa bahay, may financial obligations na rin ako. But that's actually the good thing about that. Parang makikita mo kung ano yung priorities in life, makikita mo kung ano yung mga priorities mo in life. It's going to be very easy for you to say no to invites para sa parties. It's going to be easy for you to say no to invites para sa mga ganito, ganyan, na alam mo gagastos ka lang kasi alam mo meron kang mga dapat unahin. So, ayun, siguro ang pinaka-tip ko dyan is huwag kayong magmadali. It's going to be a rat race. Alam ko, na-excite na kayong magtrabaho, na-excite na kayong graduate, na-excite na kayong mag-save at mag-invest. Pero may proseso tayo na dapat sundin. Kapag masyado kang nagmadali, mas magiging mahirap para sa'yo. Pag nag-skip ka ng steps, mas magiging mahirap para sa'yo. So take it one step at a time and don't be afraid to start small.
Ayan, thank you po. Step-by-step process daw po dapat.
That's right.
So for the next question po, sabi niya po, thank you, sir, for multiple investments vehicles you discussed. Considering diversification, assuming a pie, how many percentage you will advise we should allocate to what investments? Example, 50% stocks, 30% bonds, and 20% real estate investment trust.
Ako wala akong ibibigay sa inyo na distribution, no, kasi I want you to get a feel of these outlets for yourself. Kasi nga hindi pare-pareho ang mga investors eh. Guys, the reason why not all investments are created equal is because not all investors are created equal. So kung ako, if I'm heavy, for example, ngayon sa real estate, house and lot, condos, farms, real estate investment trusts, parang hindi ko pwedeng sabihin sa inyo na yun yung tamang paraan because again, at this juncture, at this point in my life, yun yung medyo priority ko. Because again, I'm into real estate flipping. So, pero hindi ako nakapunta dito sa stage na to. Hindi ako naka-afford na bumili ng real estate properties kung hindi ako nag-umpisa ng maliit. Kung hindi ako nag-umpisa sa savings, kung hindi ako nag-umpisa sa mutual funds, kung hindi ako nag-umpisa sa stocks, kung hindi ako kumikita ng dividends from Jollibee, from Meralco, from BPI, from FM ETF, 'di ba? So again, sabi nga natin kanina and sabi ni Marie, no, it's a step-by-step process. It's going to be confusing for you kung sasabihin ko na dapat malaki ang real estate property pie mo, pero hindi po ganun siya nag-uumpisa. Nag-uumpisa tayo na actually isa lang ang source of income natin. Sweldo lang. Tapos let's take it from there. Kaya ang pinakasagot ko diyan is I'm going to allow you to experience stock market investing, bond market investing, pooled fund investing, ETF investing, REIT investing. Tapos kapag equal yung shares nila, let's say 20% lahat sila dahil meron kang 5, doon mo makikita alin ba dito yung mas gusto ko? Alin ba dito yung mas successful para sa akin? Alin ba dito yung mas bagay para sa lifestyle ko? And then sa next sweldo, yun yung mas dagdagan mo. Pero wag mong kalimutan yung iba kasi iba-iba sila ng characteristics, iba-iba sila ng earnings potential, and iba-iba rin sila ng appeal sa atin. So kung ano yung mga gusto mo, baka pwedeng ayaw ni Marie doon. Pero kung ano yung mga gusto naman ni Marie, ayaw naman ng ibang classmates niyo. So let's just make sure that we give them give ourselves a chance, no, to get to know them by experiencing them.
So last question po from YouTube po. What box do you recommend for buying the below stock, bonds, UTITFs, ETFs, and REITFs?
Again. Can you repeat the question, Marie?
Oh my God. Wait lang.
Sorry.
Sorry po. What box do you recommend for buying the below stock, bonds, UITF, ETFs, and REITs?
What, ano yung next word sa what?
What banks po?
What banks?
Po.
Okay. Actually, yung iba-iba eh. Yung sa stocks kasi, hindi bangko yun. Sa stocks, you need a stock brokerage firm. Sa mga mutual funds, maraming mutual funds. In fact, parang mga nasa close to 150 mutual funds ang meron sa Pilipinas, no? What I'm going to recommend is you just stick with one. And yun yung First Metro Sec. Kasi sa First Metro Sec, yun yung ginagawa namin na design eh. Parang we are a one-stop shop for all your investment needs. So you just need to open a First Metro Sec account, and then with that account, pwede ka nang mag-invest sa lahat ng napag-usapan natin. Stocks, bonds, UITFs, mutual funds, ETFs, and even REITs, no? All under one account. At ang kagandahan nun, dahil one account lang ina-access mo, wala kang masyadong passwords na tatandaan. Tapos kapag gusto mong makita yung overall performance ng portfolio mo, punta ka lang sa portfolio view, makikita mo doon lahat ng investment outlets mo all under one page.
So that's all for our questions po. Once again, thank you po, Mr. Andrei Ibertran, for answering all the questions. And we learned a lot from you and looking forward po to meet you again at our next event.
Yeah. Marie, siguro can I get just a few minutes na lang para dun sa winners natin sa raffle?
Yes, for sure po.
Yun, sige. I'm just going to provide you guys with the names, pero I'm going to respond to them after this session. Meron tayong dalawang I was actually helped by my wife, no. Siya yung nag-randomizer nito. So meron tayong dalawang winners again of 500 pesos each na 7-Eleven e-vouchers. We have one winner, we have Nika. Kaso lang wala siyang email address eh. Si Nika lang. So Nika on Instagram, DBA ngalan. So yun, that's Nika. We have one. And then our second winner of the 500 pesos na 7-Eleven e-voucher is Tin Palmehar, Marithea Palmehar. Yun. So nagbigay naman siya ng email address niya. So we have two winners. Again, congratulations to Nika and congratulations to Tin. To the rest, thank you for subscribing, but I do hope to catch you guys once again sa mga susunod nyo na learning programs. Maraming salamat. And congratulations again, Nika and Tin Palmehar.
Thank you everyone for actively participating in our forum. And it is now officially closed. And of course, again, thank you, Sir Andoy, for answering the questions. Now, in recognition of Mr. Andro Leo Beltran's inspiring, knowledgeable, and comprehensive personal finance talk, we would like to invite the Junior Finance Executives Association President, Ms. Demi Moore Mendiola, to present the Certificate of Appreciation, together with Ms. Bea Bianca Banquiao, our Documentation Director, to lead us for the documentation of this moment. And we would like to ask everyone to please kindly turn on your cameras.
We, the Junior Finance Executives Association, would like to present a certificate of appreciation to Sir Andro Leo I. Beltran for imparting his valuable insight and knowledge as our guest speaker for today. A lot of students, not just here from the main campus, but also from the other branches, and even our professors learned a lot from you today, sir. There were so many questions earlier, but we can only accommodate a few questions because we have to follow the timeline of the program. So to our dearest participants, don't worry, there will be more FLE series. You can join as well. So again, thank you so much, Sir Andoy. And Ms. Bea Bianca Banquiao, kindly take the documentation picture po.
Okay, everyone, I'm going to take a picture now. In 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Beltran, for accepting our invitation to this event.
Now, in recognition of the participants, and to conclude this event, we would like to invite our Junior Finance Executives Association Coordinator, Dr. Windin Diwanag de la Paz, to deliver her closing remarks. Please give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon. It is indeed a wonderful day with great learning from our esteemed guest speaker, Sir Andoy Beltran. It is a timely event taught and headed by New Era University College of Business Administration, headed by our energetic and loving Dean Emilia M. Mananghaya, our Ministrong Taga-Subaybay, Kajun Centeno, along with all CBE staffs, our Financial Management Advisor, Attorney Christian May Mendoza, and all Financial Management Professors, maraming salamat po. Sa ating mga JFINEX officers, headed by Demi Moore Mendiola, Pia Latoha, congratulations for another successful event for the financial management organization. My closing remark will start by saying great thanks to our event speaker, Sir Andoy Beltran. Thank you po for sharing your valuable knowledge and time with us. This event is truly what our students and entire audience needs to let them strategize in their investment, especially that we are moving forward and hopefully away from the pandemic. Your experience and learnings serves as a great input for our investment decision making. Salamat po ng marami. Isa po kayo sa mga hinahangaan namin sa investment field. With our initiative to supplement the learnings shared by our financial management professors, who are all practitioners in finance industry, we are bringing seminars like this, and to note that this is just the start. There are more learnings and seminars to come in the next couple of months. Also, our university is supporting the advocacy of Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas in spreading the financial literacy by how you can effectively manage your money and let your money works for you. Success really comes from choosing the right investment and managing risk rightfully. It includes choosing the right partner and advisor for each of us. For our students, you are doing the right thing today by investing in yourselves. This is supported by a saying from Warren Buffett that the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you'll earn. To all the students, especially for financial management, develop a right mindset and skill set today and more in the future. I hope today's event from NEU College of Business Administration serves a great learning to all. Continue to be safe and maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Win, for your never-ending support of our organization. We truly appreciate having you here since we all know how heavy your schedules are. Right, Mikar?
Indeed, Miss Angel. Again, thank you so much po, Ma'am Win. And now, to formally end this program, may we call on Brother Israel Adalia IV to lead us in a closing prayer. Everyone, please rise.
Sige po, mananalangin tayo. Ama na aming Diyos, banal ka po at makapangyarihan sa lahat. Salamat po ng napakarami sa iyo sapagkat ipinahintulot mo po payapang maidaos ang aktibidad po sa araw na ito. Salamat din po sa panauhing tagapagsalita na nanguna sa iyong mga hinirang, maging sa mga lingkod mo aming Ama na nanguna rin sa pagkakataong ito na magbahagi ng kanilang mga kaalaman patungkol po sa mga mag-aaral aming Ama upang sa ganon ay mabigyan sila ng kaalaman sa hinaharap na may kinalaman po sa paghahanap buhay at upang makatulong din po sa bawat pamilya aming Ama balang araw. Ikaw na po ang bahala sa iyong mga hinirang, patuloy pang ipadaloy ang masaganang biyaya at mga pagpapala upang patuloy din po na makamit ng iyong mga hinirang ang kanilang pangarap sa buhay na ito, lalo po kapag nakapagtapos na sila ng kanilang ginagawang pag-aaral. Panginoong Hesukristo, maanong ipamagitan po sa ating Ama ang amin pong mga panalangin. Hilingin din, ipatawad sa amin ang aming nagawang pagkukulang at mga pagkakasala. Amang banal, sa aming patuloy na paglapit sa iyo, hinihiling po namin ang matibay naming kaugnayan sa diwat layunin po ng aming tagapamahalang pangkalahatan upang lagi pa nila kaming mapangunahan sa masiglang uri ng paglilingkod po sa iyo. Magalang na po namin hinihiling ang lahat ng ito, Ama, sa tanging pangalan po at karapatan ng aming mananakop na si Kristo Jesus. Amen.
Before we officially close this event, we would like to remind everyone to complete the required information on the link provided for the assessment, as this will act as your attendance for this event. In honor of outstanding leadership, our special guest, our speaker, Mr. Beltran, our dear professors, the officers of the Junior Finance Executives Association, and all of today's participants. Thank you for attending this event. We hope that you enjoyed and learned a lot today. Again, I am Mikar Kaira Ponce, your host for today.
And I am Angel Joan Flores, also your host for today, now signing off. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Happy weekend, guys.
Thank you so much po, Sir Andoy.
Thank you so much, Sir
Thanks, sir.
Andoy.
Welcome.